Most Amazon sellers know the basic idea behind selling on Amazon, which is buying something for cheap and selling it for more. But why do so many of them fail? Because they ignore the data and don't understand how to fully read or use their tools like Keepa the right way. So in this video, I'm going to break down the biggest thing that new sellers miss and show you how to do it correctly. This is more of a part two video to one of the last videos that I posted about Amazon sellers, the biggest mistakes that they can make that will ruin their business, but focus more on the product research side because that one was all about how to make the margin on stuff. And this is how to expand your opportunities when you find a good product. So, for example, we've got this product right here, which right off the jump, you may think that it's not a good product because it's at a 358,000 BSR. And it is good to have your criteria, like I've mentioned in many other videos, while you're sourcing through SellerAmp storefronts. But that is to mainly cut down the amount of time that you're spending on sourcing a whole storefront, going through tons of different products. But when we look at this chart here, we can see that it is a good product that's selling well. The BSR just raised recently, and it's not any slower really than it was when it was at the 7,000, 10,000 range BSR, because there were these little gaps in here where it looks like nobody sold out. Doesn't mean that the units weren't selling, right? So we have this product here, max cost 1306. We've got our product right here on Nautica for $21.99, 20% off. We've got that 15% off coupon that you can get when you sign up on your emails too, that we know about. And then we've got our 16.7% off gift cards here. So we've got $21.99 minus our first 20% off, minus our 15% off email, and then minus our 16.7% gift card here. So good product, 37% ROI, four and a half ish dollars profit, and we've got a $26, $27 buy cost right here. What my normal process is when I find one good product like this, and also that I teach my VAs how to research products, and what I refer all my students to do, come in here and go down by a dollar, find out what your bottom price is at your 25% here. And it looks like we're going to be right at like 25.10, 25.11 ish. So we've got a $25 bottom here. And that doesn't mean that we're going to sell this product at $25 or set our minimum down to $25, because this price is so incredibly stable here at the $26 to $27 range. And it does fluctuate the buy box in between that, because we can see that there's three other offers here at 26, but the 27 is getting the buy box. So we don't have to worry about setting our minimum down that low. What we're going to do with this $25 price is come into the variations tab here, and we're going to look at all of the other products that have a $25 or higher buy cost here. So what I like to do is scroll down to where I see the 25 and go up from here. You can always just scroll down and go at it that way. It's up to your personal preference, really. This is just what I like to do. And what we're going to do is look at this offer chart here and see, is there good movement in here to be able to prove that there is sales going in and out of it. So this is that double XL here that we can see, the ASIN GGX and the ASIN GGX. So we're going to skip past that one, but we're going to open this one because there's good offer count movement. A lot of people selling out recently. This one also here. This one's not bad. Slowed down a little bit recently, but we'll take a look at the full chart there. We've got this one that's good, this one that's good. And we know here that our cost is $12.45. So all we're going to have to do is first look at the charts. A little bit trending down, but it has stabled out for the last month or so. So that's not a bad thing right there. If it was continuing down, if we were looking at it like maybe right here to the left, maybe I would be a little bit more cautious on a product like this. But offer count was at the high for the 3 months. So that could be a potential why it did start trending down, but it did come back up and balance itself out right there. We've got a 34% $4.50 profit there. we've got the red large here. So then we'll just check and see, is it in stock, which it is. So bang, 2 products right outside of that. Just an additional one right there for doing basically nothing for about a minute or less time looking at this. Then we've got this one right here, which we can see very consistent right here and good offer count movement in there. And then we've got our $12.45 buy cost here, $5 more profit on this one, 42% ROI here, very stable price, good offer count movement right there. So that's 3 products instead of 1. Now we'll go look at the next one here, which we'll look at the chart again. Very stable price. A little bit slower, same thing. Sales rank did jump up a lot, but people are still selling out. So maybe this one would be a little bit slower, but still worth testing out. When you're new or when you're an experienced seller, you want to cast a wide net. You don't want to just focus on a few products, a few brands. You want to expand out, see what works, see what doesn't. Have a long catalog of different products. Because yes, you could spend all this time trying to find rock star products that do so well, which is always a good thing. But to focus on just a couple of those is going to hurt you more than help you. When you could throw in 10 units of these 4 products right here and potentially these other 2 to make it 6 products, you sell 10 to 20 of them a month. That's potentially 60 to 120 units of extra profit. Why not take advantage of everything that you can, right? So this one, good product to test too. See how it sells. We've got 50% ROI, higher price on profit than all of the other ones. So that's 4 products that we're up to now, just off of 1, looking at the variations on a profitable product. This one too, very good looking chart right here. I mean, it's dipped down a little bit, but again, highest offer count in 3 months. It started to go back down and it stabled back out right there. So we've got another one, 50% ROI, $6 profit, same as the last one. That's 5 good products right there. Then we've got this one right here. Nothing wrong with this. Nothing wrong with this. Now, if we were looking at it and saw it like this, maybe a little bit concerning. Very concerning right there. Maybe you'll want to wait on it a little bit. For one, this offer count's a little bit slow, but when we open it up here, it is on a downtrend, but offers have gone up. So maybe we'd want to watch this one, see how it goes. Again, 50% ROI, $6 profit right here. This is 6 products instead of 1. And that's where a lot of people miss on these kind of things is they find the one good product, move on to the next one without checking the other options. Now, if there's no variations, there's nothing you can do about that. But when there are, you're going to want to try and look into stuff just like we did right here. Because like I said many times, we got 6 products instead of 1 here. Now, on something like this where it is trending down a little bit, slowly, not much, so it's not too big of a concern, but for this product or for any of the other products, if you're worried about them not selling fast enough for some reason, because maybe the BSR went up to where you didn't want it to be because they've all increased like this. Now that kind of thing I don't worry about, where it jumped up to almost 5 million here for like an hour. 4.6 million, that's not something to worry about. But if you're still a little bit concerned with this sales rank rising, then you have an option that you can take. So if we scroll down into SellerAmp here and we see this profit calculator box right here, FBA switch, we click it off. We'll see that this FBM cost button came up or box came up and our profit jumped up a lot. That's because this fulfillment fee here gets taken out. So we don't have that because we're not sending it into Amazon. And what we'll do here is throw in, we'll say for a t-shirt, maybe $4 to $5. So we'll see what it is at 4. We've got a better ROI and a better profit number than if we sent it in FBA by a decent amount there. If we throw in 5, we've still got a better ROI percentage. And our shipping could go all the way up to around $9 and still be over our 25% ROI minimum that we want. It's not going to be $9, but we could safely say 5 is a good estimate for a product like this. So if you're worried about the things not selling, or you just want to get your capital churned faster, get the sales in, paid quicker, rather than wait a couple weeks for them to check in at an Amazon warehouse, list all this stuff merchant fulfilled. A lot of people are scared to do merchant fulfilled and think that it's not a good way to do things, but it is. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Really, there's only the pluses that I mentioned. You get your money back quicker, and you get to turn your capital around faster, get sales quicker. The only real difference, and maybe some people would look at it as a downside, is you have to prep your product every time there's a sale. But you have to prep them to send them into FBA anyway. So unless you have a prep center, it's really not that big of a difference. You do have to put on an extra bag because you'll put it in a poly mailer, but you don't have to put on a label for the FNSKU label. So it's really a completely even trade-off on the workload. The only difference is you're going to have to fill every order. So take advantage of these things. Make sure that you're checking all of the different variations, and make sure that if you have the capabilities to do FBM in the beginning, do it. If you guys have any questions about anything that I went over in this video, leave a comment down below. There's also a link in the description for anybody who wants my help either starting or growing their Amazon business. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.